Hello and welcome back to Digital Learning Resources. I'm Lucas Hicks. Setting up a wireless microphone system doesn't have to be difficult. However, if you're not careful to set up all the steps, you could end up with audio that sounds like this. Distorted, cutting in and out, just terrible, awful quality. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Sony wireless microphone package and give you some tips to use regardless of the wireless system you use in order to get great audio with your wireless microphones. Let's get started. The devices in this video are part of the Sony UWP or wireless microphone package. We have the UTX-P03, the UTX-B03, and the UTX-P03. There's also a fourth device called the UTX-M03, which is a wireless vocal mic that works with this system. You might have noticed this already, but the model names actually reflect the names of these devices. Looking at the receiver, the U is probably referring to UHF, or ultra high frequency, which is a radio term. The R means receiver, and I don't know what the X means. The P means this device is the portable diversity tuner, and I think the 03 just means this is the third version or type. Looking at the two transmitters, they both have a T because they are both transmitters. And then on this one, we have a B because this is a body pack transmitter versus this one, which is a P because this one is a plug-on transmitter because you plug on any XLR microphone. A few other numbers you should keep in mind are these frequency bands or frequency ranges. Now these ranges are referring to frequencies of the electromagnetic spectrum, not audio frequencies. That topic is a little bit more technical than this video needs to be, so just let me know in the comments down below if that'd be something you'd be interested in learning in a future video. Anyways, back to the devices. All you need to know is that these are sold in different frequency ranges, and we have two different types here at the Digital Learning Resources. Some of them will have a 14 and some of them will have a 30. So if you get multiple sets, just make sure that they're all in the same range. Hopefully those model names and numbers weren't too confusing. You don't need to understand all of that to make these work. However, if you want to go pro, it is important for you to know those terms. And if you plan on buying a radio set for yourself, you also want to keep those numbers in mind. Now I'll show you how to set up this wireless microphone system. The Digital Learning Resources Checkout Center has a base kit which includes a transmitter, a receiver, a lavalier microphone, a 3.5 male-to-male cable, a 3.5 male to XLR male cable, and a Coldshoe adapter. You also need a 4-pack of AA batteries or another power source with a micro USB cable. I'll install the batteries and turn both packs on. I want to set the battery type to my receiver and transmitter to nickel metal hydride. So on the receiver, I'll go down to menu mode and change that from simple to advanced. I'll hold down the set key until it starts flashing. I'll press plus or minus to go to advanced, and then I'll press set one more time to select advanced. Now I can scroll down to battery. I'll do the same process, hold down set until it starts flashing, then press plus or minus to select type 2 for nickel metal hydride, and then press set again to select it. If you're using USB for power, you can navigate to power select and then change it from battery to external. Now this is a one-time setup. You won't have to change any of those settings again unless you decide to use a different power source or battery type. Now that your basic settings are set, we can find a clear channel to sync the transmitter and receiver. AutoSet does this all in one step, so make sure both devices are on. On the receiver, navigate to AutoSet. Press Set for at least 1 second. When Yes flashes, press the Set button. Clear Channel Scan will find an available channel with the least noise and interference. Once it's set, the sync operation will automatically start. Hold the infrared ports on both devices next to each other. The transmitter will ask you to sync, so press the plus or minus button and then select Yes. Press Set again on the transmitter to select it. If your receiver channel is already set and you still need to sync your transmitter, you can just use the sync function. Navigate to sync on your receiver, press and hold set, press set again to select yes, and then follow the same process for syncing as before. Now the radios are set and I can get ready to start recording. I'll plug the 3.5mm to XLR cable into the left output port on my receiver and then plug the XLR into my audio recorder. To learn how to use this Tascam audio recorder, check out the video here or find the link for it in the description. Next, I need to plug in the lavalier microphone into the port on the belt pack. First, I'll make sure that the belt pack is off so I don't accidentally damage the microphone. Then I'll plug it into the port on the top of the belt pack and then turn it on. If everything is working properly, I should see levels bouncing on the transmitter and on the receiver. Now I can go wire up my talent. The plug-on transmitter is available for checkout as an add-on to the wireless kits within the 30 to 36 and 38 to 41 frequency bands. The setup for syncing is the exact same as on the belt pack transmitter. The other thing you may need to do is supply phantom power if you're using a condenser microphone. Remember never to attach or remove a microphone while phantom power is being supplied. You could damage the mic and or the transmitter. As good practice, just make sure that the transmitter is off before plugging it into the microphone. Now you can turn the transmitter on. I'll navigate down to phantom power as indicated by the plus 48V. I'll press and hold set until off starts flashing, then press plus or minus to go to on, and then press set one more time to select on. There is a plus 48 light which will indicate if phantom power is on or not. Remember, never unplug the transmitter from the microphone while supplying phantom power. You could damage the transmitter or the microphone. So don't do it. Just don't do it. If you want to use the leather pouch with the plug-on transmitter, just remember the release button faces towards the cutout. Here are some steps to keep in mind to prevent interference or noise. Do not use 2 or more transmitters on the same channels. Keep the antennas on the transmitter and receiver separated by at least 3 meters or 10 feet. If you're closer than 10 feet, you might as well use a wired microphone system, and that will probably be more reliable. Make sure that the antennas on the transmitter and receiver are in line of sight of each other. The signal isn't going to pass through people or walls very well. The maximum distance can vary, but I've used them in a distance of more than 60 meters without any signal drop. I always try to keep my receiver up high above any crowd. Lastly, when using 2 or more microphone packages at the same time, set each package to a different channel within the same group. An easy way to do this is to first choose a channel group on the receiver, then navigate to clear scan to find a clear channel within that group. Then you can use the sync function to synchronize your transmitter. Another way you can use multiple microphone packages is using more than one receiver in combination with one transmitter. This is useful if you want to have one receiver plugged into an audio recorder and the other plugged into a camera or something else. And you can have one transmitter that will send the same signal to both receivers. Well, that is how you set up a wireless microphone system. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button and leave a comment down below. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out one of our other videos, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.